just want to show you this bike that I have for sale. It is stupidly loud, so you actually can't hear anything when I'm outside beside it. So I'm just going to show you what it sounds like first, and then I'll just give you a quick kind of overview of how long I've had it and that kind of stuff. Anyway. Yeah, it's unbelievably loud. And then again, the choke was out there and stuff like that. Anyway, this bike, in terms of history on it, I think it's about like 4 owners in England or that, and then 4 owners in Ireland. So I bought it in 2016, so that's like 8 years ago. Anyway, I have done fairly little riding on it. It gets insured and taxed every year. Well, pretty much. I didn't tax it last year, but it's been insured up to now, but it's kind of just not getting used. So I'd rather plough that money into a track car instead. So this is probably done, I don't know, 1,000 kilometers since I had it, something like that, and less every year. So it's running fine. You will definitely need to put front brakes. There's a warped brake disc up front, so that will definitely be needed when someone buys it. There'll be no harm in dropping the oil out of it and stuff like that. I'm pricing it compared to whatever else is out there. I think it's fair. Forks were done actually 2017 or 18, something like that. Tyre was done, chain of sprocket was done, all kind of within the last 1,000 kilometers. But mind you, that was probably in the last 4 or 5 years as well. Just really never got used. So ran fine. No issues, it was fine, and just there's an unbelievable thump off it. When I bought it, I really liked the kind of high-rise cans, and actually what was cool on it was you could sort of put your feet there, which, yeah, it's kind of unusual, but anyway, it was kind of comfortable actually when you're at higher speeds or whatever. But I just like the way the cans were. Yeah, fair enough, it doesn't have the original rear end, but if it had the original rear end, then it'd be a real original bike, which would be more expensive, yada yada. I prefer this one. I prefer the look of it, that was it, but I'm not like purist either, and like I'm already into bikes anyway, so I had like a 250 back in 2021, and I remember seeing one of them drive through town where we all were parked at the time. I just thought it was like super awesome looking, and I really wanted one day, and whatever after that, then I'd no bike, and then I'd an R6 while I was waiting for a car. Anyway, so like not really many bikes over the years, and I never really liked them. I was never really into them. I'm not a good rider. I'm a really bad rider, like, so it just doesn't come naturally to me. I need to be on like a small light bike. I'm too skinny. That's a big heavy bike, so I'm not a good rider. It doesn't come naturally to me. I'd rather use the money for that and put into a track car that I have, which is Renault Clio, and I'll use the money for that to transfer into building the track car. And yeah, I find driving easier than riding. Riding is just not something I'm good at, so someone else might work this better, and I think, you know, it's a waste just leaving it there. I was kind of looking at it going, sure, look, I'll keep it forever, and yeah, fair enough. Like, I don't think it'll really lose a lot of value. It's not an original version, like, as in, you know, it's not a perfect concours model, so obviously I don't think it's ever going to go up in price massively, but there's always a following for them, the whole Joy Dunlop thing and all that kind of stuff, and it's a V-twin Honda, and they sound awesome. Like, you pull in somewhere, like, people always look at it. I can't tell them much, like, there might 1 or 2 times people talk to me at petrol stations, but I really don't know much about them. Don't know much about bikes at all, so other than that, like we're saying, it's run fine. You know, come look at it. If you know your way around the bike and all that stuff, do whatever you need to do to look at it. I'm only getting rid of it because it's completely unused, and I just don't really like bikes that much. It's just not me. Anyway, like you're saying, disc is definitely warped. That'll need doing. I painted the wheels black. They were gold. I didn't like gold at all. I think the black's much more original looking. I presume all this stuff is standard. There's about 21,000 kilometers on it, or miles even. So I don't know, the ohlins, I have no idea, is that standard or not? Whoever's looking at buying it, they probably know more than I will. The Yoshi exhaust though is really, really cool. I really, really like that. So That is, sorry, that's miles, so that's 21,000 miles. It's cool looking, like, it's just cool. They're just one of those bikes, I think, like, if I was into, for me, like an Integra Type R or something like that, I think that's like, even though it's a V-twin, it's not the same idea, but it's that sort of genre of bike, which is like cool and never to be made again, and big thump off it, and yeah, it's nice. And like, it's not unbelievably fast or anything like that. I'm sure there's lots of things out there that are faster, but there's someone better than me out there that can ride that more to the edge of what it's able to do, and get more enjoyment out of it. And like, you know, whoever buys this probably isn't into cars the way I'm into cars, so totally understand. People are into different things, but you know, it's reasonably clean. Again, I don't know much about bikes, so you might tell me different, but I think it's priced as kind of mid-table. I think it's a mid-table bike, priced at a mid-table price. And like you're saying, I've had it 8 years, so I'm not getting rid of it for any reason. It's just I want the money to put it into something else, and that I will get fun out of. And you know, I guarantee in a few years' time I'll kick myself and go, why did I sell that? But might as well use the money. And I kind of firmly believe in somebody getting used. Like, there must be someone somewhere going, yeah, I was actually looking for one of them, it's in my budget, and I'll get crack out of that. And I think it's such a waste having yokes just sitting in garages. There's so many cars even around the country sitting in garages, not getting used as garage queens. It's such a waste. Like, someone needs to be out in that driving the absolute shit out of it, and making that sound. I'd actually get more crack out of watching someone else ride that bike, just listen to the sound, than I do riding it myself. So anyhow, give me a shout if you want to know more about it. For viewing and all that stuff. If this is the first week, I kind of caught this week, but anyway, look, give me a shout and I'll figure out something with you. The bike is in Mead, so it is. So if you're just wondering whereabouts it's going to be viewable, I might try and get it down to the garage at some stage in Kildare, but just depends on logistics. Yeah, alright, well sure, look, hopefully you like it. Thanks for watching.